Hi, today I want to talk about how you can um, work with folders and files in Lazarus in Pascal. Um, and for that, I was creating a very simple project where I'm using a TShellTreeView object and the TShellListView object. So these objects are basically uh, making the file handling or file searching, let's say, a bit easier. So you can browse between the folders and the files with these objects, and you can list them, and then you can use the list for whatever you want. So basically, if you want to create a kind of commander like file handling solution with several let's say windows, then you can also use this tree view and list view um, for this. So first, let me show you how the this little example is working, and what it is doing, or what is inside this application. At first, I show it on Windows because maybe that's one of the most used systems. So this might be interesting for most of you, and then I will show you also how it works on Linux and macOS. So uh, here I need to tell that when you are working with objects which are using the standard OS functions or elements, so directly accessing resources from the operating system. These are requiring also from you that you program the things as you might or for. So when you are developing applications for Windows or for Linux or for macOS, then you might need to change a little bit the code, or you need to define different code for the different systems. So if you want to target more operating systems than one, then you might need to add to the code this kind of conditional compiling sections based on the operating system you target. So let's see how this application is running. Okay, so here is the application, and as you can see here, I'm using on this form three objects. One is a toolbar, the second is a tree view, which is this one here, and the third one is the list view, this one. So what the application is doing, that it's looking for the actually the those drives which are currently attached to the system, and listing them as buttons here on the toolbar. And when you are clicking on these, then the application is the tree view actually is going to the right um, drive, and listing in the tree view the folders of the drive. And then if you click on one of the folders, then you can get the list of the files in the directory. And then an additional thing I added to the application is that you can sort the columns inside this list view grid based on the name, the size, and also the type. You can sort, And here what is interesting, you will see that one is, or the name is, a name and the type is alphabetically sorted, and the size is basically based on the data. So if I would, let's say, sorted by alphabetical order, then the numbers would not be in the right, or the sizes would not be in the right order. So definitely it needs to be sorted differently. Okay, so this is what the application is doing, and now let's see the application itself. So how it is solved. At first, I would talk about the how you can set up the form for yourself. So here you can see that I put here two panels and the toolbar, and these are of course anchored to each other. Only one thing what you can do with this very simple anchoring solution, that so here you can see that how these are linked. So basically the first, the tree view is linked to the toolbar, and to the left and the bottom side of the form. The other one is linked to the tree view from the left side. Then the top is to the toolbar, and the rest is to the window itself, or the form itself. And the toolbar is aligned to the left and to the right, and to the top. So one thing what you can do with this solution, that when you are resizing it, of course here it's not working because it's actually need to be programmed. That if you want to split these views to the half of the form size, or the half of the form width, then you need to do it programmatically, because you don't have an anchor which can be linked to the center of the form. So you basically cannot solve it just in design time, and set it somehow to the center of the form. Um, Unfortunately, the IDE is not capable to do this, but it's very simple to solve it. So if we go to the form, and we are selecting the on resize um, event, then we can go to this um, event procedure, and then we can say that the tree view width should be basically half of the application form width. And with this, when we are running the application, the tree view will be aligned to the center, and as the list view was already aligned to the tree view, then it will follow this resizing automatically. So as you can see, if I'm moving it, then it's always the half of the of the of the form, and then of course it's resizing accordingly. Okay, so uh, let's start from the beginning. So um, if we set up the tree view, or when we are setting up the tree view, um, you have certain things what you need to set up here, of course. But okay, at first I was changing the name, of course, and what you need to set up, and actually when you put the tree view on the form, then automatically it is set to show folders. So if you click this out, that it should not show folders, then it will only show the drives. However, this might not work on Linux or Mac OS, because the uh, the operating system is working differently on Linux on and macOS. So basically, it's not working with the drive letters or drive names, but it's basically mounting the drives into folders. So if you are clicking this out, then you might not get what you want in this tree view. So just leave it on folders. The second thing is that you can also show hidden elements, so hidden folders or hidden files. But if you want to show files, then of course you also need to set this non-folders property to true. So whenever you do this and you run it, then inside the folder list, you will also get the files. So basically, as you can see, that here you already have files as well. However, of course, you don't get the details of the files. So if we are clicking on one of these folders where you have also files inside, then in the file or in the list view, um, you can get these listed. So as you can see, when I'm clicking on this, then these are coming up. But of course, here you can see the same like here with the files, but with the details. So depending on what you want to create, you might only set up this tree view element, or you can also add the list view. Okay, so then, sorry, I click back this non-folder, so we will only show the folders here. And here, what you can also set up the root folder. I'm not setting it up because I just want to do it uh, with the root setting when I'm changing the drive. So I was creating these drive buttons in the toolbar, and I'm using this to set this root folder. Okay, the next one is the shell list view. So basically here you would have the chance to link the list view directly to the tree view. So whenever you change something in the tree view, so you are selecting another folder, then this would automatically change the list view elements or list view content automatically. Why I'm not linking it to this? Because there is a weird behavior on Linux when you are clicking on the root folder listed by the tree view, then it gives an error message that this folder does not exist if you use it with this automatic um, changes. So what I did instead of this, that I was setting up uh, the the events here, and with the events, when the selection is changing, then I'm going to or I'm refreshing the list view, just if the system is saying that this directory is existing. If the directory exists, then you can list it in the list view without having any failures. Okay, but I don't want to jump immediately into this section. So let's see what we need to do. So basically, as I said, I'm having the toolbar itself uh, set up, and also the tree view and the list view. And what I'm doing at the beginning, that I want to list in the toolbar the actual available drives, and for the available drives I want to create buttons. So how this can be done? At first, I set up the form activate um, event with the form activate procedure. And here I'm creating a string list, because this string list will contain the drive names, or it will also contain, in a Linux case, the location where these drives are mounted. And you will see the difference. I will explain it in the Linux section. So at first I'm creating here a string list, and then I need to go to the procedure, the list drives procedure, where this string list will be filled up with the drive names. And then what we need to do is that of course we need to add buttons to the toolbar. And for this I have this for um, statement, which is basically going through the string list, and one by one adding the drive letters as buttons to the toolbar. So as you can see, to do this, you need to have a tool button, tool button object linked to the toolbar itself. So the toolbar one is the toolbar, and then you need to set the caption, and here the button caption will be the drive name. And then you need to set the style. So here you can have several styles. So you can have a button, you can have a separator, you can have a combo box, checkbox, whatever. So you can add many things to the toolbar. But of course here I'm not adding just buttons and not even separators. Then I'm setting the size to auto size, because the drive itself, or the drive letter, actually the drive letter might not be that problems, but in Linux the drive name, or the mount location name can be longer, and then of course I want to show the full content of that name or that location. Okay, we need to set again the parent to the toolbar, which is a bit weird, because when you are creating the button itself, theoretically the parent should be the toolbar, which we put here in the create function, but it's better to be safe, so this is added again. Okay, then we need to add here that the button is linked uh, to the parent. So basically here we are putting the button to the to the left of this button set. And why we are using the parent with, because when we added the previous button, then the parent is growing. So basically the toolbar is growing as we are adding more and more buttons. So with this we can always set the button position to the previous button right side, actually. So this is the idea behind this thing. And then we also need to add an action, because we want to use the button for something. And here I use the drive clicked procedure, which is actually at the bottom of this thing, and this will not do anything else. Just when we are clicking into the button, the button is basically come here in the sender as a T object, and then we will use the caption to be the root of the shell tree view. So basically this will make the change between the drives. As I mentioned, the properties. So here when we are or when I was not setting the root, the reason was this, that okay, I can set it at the beginning, but because I don't know what will be the root, I leave it on the system to decide that. But we can also initialize this setup. So if we want to go to the first drive, then it would be possible to do it here. So basically, by adding the same thing that once the drives are initialized, then when we are uh, running the application, it would immediately go to the first drive and would not list all the drives in the Windows case. In Linux, you will see that basically you will get only one drive at the beginning, because the rest of the drives are basically inside the folders linked to the file system as mounts, and not as physical drive letters or something like in Windows. Okay, so basically this is when we are creating the file, and then of course we need to do the let's say the listing of the drives, and here we have the function. So this is basically the point where you need to separate the code between Windows and Linux. So when you want to list the active drives, it's relatively easy for Windows, because of it's using drive letters from A to Z, and even network drives are listed under this map drives. Uh, so you just need to check if these directories are existing. So basically, what is done here is that the list drives procedure is taking the dir list t string list, and this tree string list will be given back to the application, or to the caller, um, with filled up with the active drives. So here we just need to make a small for statement, and we are basically uh, set the drive from A to Z, and then we are checking if the drive letter plus the root folder is existing as a directory. If it is not existing, then the drive is not linked to the system, so it's not working. And then if it is existing, then we can add the drive letter to the drive list. Okay, I'm not going into the Linux case. I will explain it under the Linux system. So basically, with this, we have the drives listed. So here we get here we get back the drives, and then of course we can set up the buttons as I explained it. Okay, the next one is I told that I was not linking the list view directly to the tree view, because this is creating some hiccups in Linux in one case, and I don't want to have the application to crash at this point. So um, the next procedure is that when the shell tree view is changing. So basically, when this is changing, then um, then I need to change the list view as well. So here, what we need to do is that when the tree view itself is changing, it's giving back the node itself uh, on which you clicked. So basically, if you click on one of the folders, then here you get that node, but not as a pass. So what you need to do is that you need to take the shell tree view get pass from node function and add the node inside this, and from this you get the pass itself, and then we are not doing anything, just that we are again checking if this directory is existing or not. And if it is existing, then we are changing the shell list view root to this pass. And here I added as well a refresh function or refresh procedure for the list view, because sometimes the list view is not automatically refreshing itself. So it's better to get this refresh done here. So basically that's the application itself, and here I have an additional function, but this is not really needed. So basically this is that simple. So you have the list of the drives, then you have the uh, the the tree view setup, and then when you click on the tree view, you can get the list view. Okay, one thing I did not mention yet is that how you can sort the list view columns. So here we have at the list view we have one event setup. So the on column click, uh, actually this one is doing the sorting itself, and you don't need to do anything else. Just basically um, when you click on it, the sorting is done, and even the sorting itself is somewhat following basically the rule that once you click on it, it's listing in ascending orders, and when you click again on that column, then it's sorting it descending order. So basically, you don't need to take care about this kind of switching that and set it up by yourself, that you are telling to the sort function that it should be ascending or descending. It's is doing its job based on the previous state of the sorting. So what we need to do here at this column click, of course, we need to get that which column is clicked, and for that we are taking the column index itself, because the column list, or the column from the column list, is an object and not a number. So we just need to have this column number. Of course, we would be able to identify the column by its caption or name or whatever, but I was using here the index. So uh, for that, we need to set the sorting column. So basically, we are setting that which column should be the sort column, and basically this is where the index is coming in. So if you would not get the index itself, then of course you can't tell to the list view that which one is the sorting column. So anyway, you need this number, and if we have it already, then we can use it also for the sorting type. And as I mentioned, that we have here two columns, which can be sorted by the text or an alphabetical order. And for that, we are checking if the column index here is 0 or 2. So if it is the file name or the file type, and then the sort type of the list view need to be set to text. So if we are clicking on the first column or the last column, then this will be sorted as a text. And if we are clicking on the size column, then we should sort the list the by as a kind of binary data or number. So as a data, we sort it. So basically that's the application and doing what it is doing. Of course, it can be extended, and of course the behavior can be changed, or even can be extended if you want with your own functions. And of course, it's again what I mentioned in my previous tutorials, that basically these objects are I would say basic objects. So if you want to use just as they are provided, sometimes this is not really enough. And as you can see that it depends on also where you want to use it. You might need to do some extra efforts to get exactly what you want. So here you can see under the Windows that the drive letters are very easily to get and use. So basically, once you have and I run it again to not just talk about but also show what I'm talking about. So basically, here when you click on them, of course it's automatically listing the drives, but in Linux this is not that simple. So you will see the difference between the Windows and Linux version. So this you can't really do with the simple objects what the free Pascal is providing for you. So that's why you need to basically extend the solution with your own needs and add what you need and basically just set up what you really need to set up at the beginning. Okay, so that's it for the Windows, and let's go to the Linux version. So let's see how it should be set up on the Linux version. So in Windows, you have the drive letters to find the valid drives and the attached drives to the system. In Linux, you need to get it on a little bit different way. So we again start with the clearing of the directory list, and then the Linux operating system is storing the mounted drives under this let's say volume identifier or volume folder, and all the valid drives are mounted under this base folder. So if you want to get the active folders or active drives, then you need to read this file basically. So then what we are doing is that we are iterating through the lines of this file, and then inside the file every line has the drive and also the mount folder, or where the system is mounting the drives, and actually there are also some virtual drives which are not active drives, and you should not use them for file storage. Such kind of things like those applications which are installed via the snap repository, then these are also listed under this as individual drives. So this you need to filter out. So basically what you would need is that at first we need to split the lines, and each of these properties or parameters of the drives are separated with a space. Actually, it's not a single or simple space, so it's not that easy to get it out. I mean, you need to split it via this string function. And then you need to check if this splitted content, let's say, or splitted elements are containing certain things. So if the first item is starting with this dev starting point, then these are the devices. So basically here, if you find it at the beginning of the first part of the split, because there can be also um, other elements which are starting with dev but not really sorry, not starting with dev, but the dev is somewhere inside the list. So then you might get these as wrong device identifier. So it should be starting with the dev itself. And then if the length of this line part, so basically the split is less than 3, then it's also showing that or less or equal to 3, then it's also showing that we are not talking about the valid drive. And the third one is that we should also filter out these special devs where it starts with the dev, but these are let's say virtual folders, and these are not really files which you should address, or you should find as drive. So these once these are filtered out, so all these elements are telling to the system that this is a valid drive, then we can add it to the line parts. And actually, that's all what should be different for the application here in the Linux, just to find basically these valid drives. And when you run the application, you can see that we have the root directory or root folder, which is basically the drive where the Linux system is installed. And currently we only have here this boot FE let's say partition, which is also mounted, but this one is again something which basically we should not touch in normal cases. So if you want, you can even filter out for this boot FE partition, because these will contain files which you should not really touch at all in your application. But for the example case, I was just leaving it in. Okay, so yeah, and here I talked about it, that basically you could be able to list all these things. So if you have and let's attach here a pen drive, just to show how this additional drive is accessed by the system. And of course, we will not see this attachment until we are running again the application. So you can see that once I was running it again, the mounted drive is already available here, and I can list the contents where I only have one single file inside this pen drive. Okay, so this is the Linux version, and let's see how it looks like in macOS. Okay, so we are under the macOS system, and I'll just explain again the macOS version. So as you can see that I need to have the Linux version and Windows version, let's say, excluded from the compile. So if you want to have this separated one, then of course you need to specify it for the macOS system, which is this LCL Cocoa version. And here basically you have the drives listed under the volumes path. So here the base path is given as volumes, and then we are just going through with this find first and find next routines. We are trying to find the mounted drives from this base location. So as you can see that the find first is trying to find the first element in the directory, and typically here you have the base directories with the dot and the two dots. So we need to filter this out. But if there is something else inside this folder list, which is this two dots and or one dot and two dot, then we can add the drive itself to the list. So as this name will not be the path itself, we need to add the volume / the drive name itself. Otherwise we cannot access the drive. So of course when you make your application, you might leave out these volumes, and you add it when you want to reach the path from the button. But here just to make it easier to show how it works, and I added the volumes to the button caption as well.
So when I'm running the application, of course it will run on the same way as in the other case, so in the Windows and Linux case. And here you can see that basically I have the volume, which is basically the install volume of the operating system. Then I have one, let's say, in this case, because this is in a virtual drive or virtual machine, I have a shared folders or shared files volume, which is basically the original macOS installation on my laptop. And I have also the volume for the parallel tools, which is also due to the virtual drive or virtual machine. And then I have this pen drive also attached to the computer, which is also listing up here. So if I'm going through, of course here the difference will be that this will show here the volume name as well, not just the root directory, but basically this is the same drive. Then if I go to the shared files or the parallel tools, there is only one application there, and it's showing as a folder because of the system itself. I mean, the macOS system is basically handling the applications as individual folders, and then basically the application file, the binary file, is actually inside this folder, and that is what is at the end running. But the system is identifying this folder with a .app extension as a folder, and not really as an application. So this is of course a weird behavior of the system. But of course, if you want to make an application to filter out these folders from the list, then of course you can do that as well. And then of course the pen drive, which you have seen in the Linux version as well, only have one file, and everything is working basically on the same way. So if I'm going to the home, sorry, not the users, and my home folder, of course we need to give the access right to these folders, and let's see what we can list out. So here is one example file. Of course everything is working on the same way, so I can resize the form as just as on the other systems, and I can also list the files by the name, by the size, and by the type as well. So everything works on the same way. And as you could see, to find the actual valid drives in the system, you just need to slightly change the application to get them get it working on the same way on each platforms. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and you can use these let's say details what I shared with you. And if you liked it, then please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for further contents. See you, and goodbye.